Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Vincent and Amp Harrell, I'm Tom Lafferty. Coach, one of your students singing the national anthem, right?
Yeah, that was Maya. I had her last year in history. Very nice young lady, and I believe she's headed off to BYU. I know I just wrote a letter of recommendation for her.
There you go. So she sang our national anthem to get things underway. Our statistician is Buddy Patrick. We'll hear from Tornado Ted Beener tonight. Alex Kloss is our spotter. Tornadoes down at dispatch to Edmonds District Stadium for the game between Edmonds Woodway and Mount Lake Terrace. Today's game brought to you by Screen Printing Northwest, the Law Office of Russell and Hill, Chevrolet of Everett, the Buzz Inn Steakhouse, Smoky Point Concrete, Marysville Toyota, Glass by Lund, Dave & Buster's, the Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store, and by Kia of Everett. Glacier Peak won the toss, and they elected to receive, and so we will be getting underway here momentarily. The officials meeting in the center of the field. We're ready to go. Jackson will get the ball in the second half. Here comes Jackson through, well, Coach, you called it the bouncy house, but it's a big, fierce-looking timber wolf kind of a cave that they run out of.
Inflatable wolf head tunnel thing.
It looks cool. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's called the bouncy house. So here we go. As we mentioned, Glacier Peak won the toss and will receive. The officials tonight: Craig Johnson is the referee. Luke Moormeyer is the umpire. The linesman, Michael Hunter. The line judge, Levi Clark. And the back judge is Reed Baker. Little green smoke as they came out as well. The drum line is here. Not a bad crowd here from both, actually for both the student bodies. For Jackson across the way from us to our left, and for Glacier Peak in the whiteout. So it's black against white is what it is. The blackout and the whiteout here for these two teams. Glacier Peak's out on the field. They're ready to go. They're going to receive it, so we're going to be set to go. And Jackson coming out now onto the field, and their kicker is Cole Truant. Owen Gluth is back there to receive now for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Beline is also out there as well, back to receive. Everybody's out there kind of standing around. They're getting the ball teed up there. Cole Truant will put it on the tee. Everybody just seems pretty relaxed tonight. Well, I think that, well, for one thing, they got to get the bouncy house out of the way. It's actually on the field to play, so they will drag that off, and so that'll be out of the way. So now we will be set for some high school football action on this night. Glacier Peak and Jackson, Wesco 4A football. Next week we will be up at Arlington for the Arlington Eagles and the Monroe Bearcats for the Wesco 3A championship, south against north. So again, they're got the ball teed up and ready to go. Does it seem kind of relaxed, Coach? Aren't we supposed to be all keyed up and ready to go?
Yeah, it does. I'm hoping this cranks up a notch or two once we get underway.
So there is finally the whistle, and here is Truant's approach and the kick, and he's going to squib it down along. It's going to be fumbled momentarily. I think Glacier Peak's going to have it, though. At about the 42-yard line, they kind of squibbed it. Not really onside, but sort of.
Like Jackson got it.
And they're going to – no. It's – well –
yeah, they're pointing.
Well, the officials are pointing in two different directions. The teams are pointing in two different directions. And now, finally, the referee, I figured I was going to go with the guy with the white hat. And he was pointing towards downtown Everett. And the other guys were all pointing to the Everett Mall. And I felt like I was watching the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, well, the Everett Mall won out. And it looks like right. Jackson's going to start the game here with a successful onside kick.
So they will have the football. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jackson Timberwolves, moving from right to left. Jackson in their black jerseys, black pants, black helmets, green trim, white numbers, moving right to left and start the short field at the 42-yard line, left-hand hash mark. Colby Bossert is the quarterback. After recovering, we'll call it an onside kick. It really wasn't. It went about 20 yards or so. Back to pass, Bossert throws over the left side too high and intercepted. On the return now, picked off at the 30, 35, 40. He stepped out of bounds. Michael Darling got the interception, and he stepped out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So maybe it really was Glacier Peak's football, because after now the interception, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, about 2 yards away from where they would have had the ball anyway.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if that ball was tipped.
It was.
Yeah, it was definitely overthrown. I thought it was tipped.
Yeah, so it was tipped a little bit above the intended receiver's head, and so then went into the hands of Darling, and it'll be a return, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. And now the officials will stop play, and he has to go off. He didn't have his pants down. For the officials, it's a point of emphasis. If you're not covering your knees, you're not going to play. And he's been sent off to the far sideline. He's over there adjusting his pants. The officials aren't going to mess around. And I saw them, they're out here warming up with them way up, halfway up their thigh. When the game starts, they've pulled their pants down. They're ready to go at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Crispin Bonchi around their left-hand side at the 45, 50, 45. Still on his feet all the way down to the 40-yard line of Jackson. That's going to be a 20-yard gain all the way down to the 40. 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. Boy, he's an electric guy, isn't he?
He is, and Jackson was in an 8-man front there. And I think they're going to have to stay in that 8-man front if they have any hope of stopping Bonchi. Of course, that's going to kind of open up the pass game for Glacier Peak.
So a 20-yard gain from the 40 to the 40. Now 10 yards deep into Jackson territory. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. We'll give you their starters here after this play. Ball in the center of the field at the 40. And waiting for the shotgun snap here, the quarterback, Lucas Entler. Here it is. Give it off. Bonchi, left side. Heads upfield. Across the 40. Stiff arms him at the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. A 5-yard gain there. Across the front line for Glacier Peak, Jake Reed, Jackson Murphy, Kyle Martin is the center. The right tackle is Connor Aney, and the right guard is Cade Willis. The tight end, Caden Skibble. The wide receivers, Ben Williams, Irv Wynn, and Adam Laum. The running back, Crispin Bonchi. The quarterback, Lucas Entler, who has him up to the line of scrimmage after the 5-yard gain. A second down, 5 yards to go at the 35-yard line of Jackson. Opening possession here for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. They'll throw the pass. It'll screen over the left-hand side. Williams makes the catch, comes back and gets it. It falls across the 30 for about a 7-yard gain inside the 30. Put him down at the 28. It'll be enough for another Glacier Peak first down.
Yeah, they'll throw a little smoke screen out there. It's almost like an extended run in their offense. They run it to pretty good effect right there.
So it'll be 1st and 10. We're just underway. Glad you're with us on this Friday night. High school football at Everett Memorial Stadium for the 2nd straight week. In Wesco 4A, Jackson and Glacier Peak. Jackson recovered the onside kick, but then threw an interception on the first play, and it's the drive here for Glacier Peak. Man in motion back through the formation. Fake it to him. Run back to pass. Throwing it. Entler puts it up and he put it into traffic, but he almost had a catch. Bonch was the intended receiver.
Yeah.
And it was truant on the coverage there for the Glacier Peak, or for the Jackson Timberwolves.
Yeah, they run a little play action to Cuellar, and then he actually puts this ball in a pretty good spot. Bonchi's pretty well covered, but it does hit him in the hands. That ball could have been caught.
So good coverage there. It'll be 2nd down, 10 yards to go at the 28-yard line. Ball at the left hash mark. We're 2 minutes into the contest. Now they move a bunch of personnel around, set up strong to the left side, wide receiver to the right. They give it on the handoff right up the middle. That is Crocker on the carry across the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. That'll be about a 4-yard gain for the Grizzlies. Let's take a look at the Jackson defense. Across the front line, they'll have Peyton Massey, Will Gamache, Aaron Tron, and Samba Mbaye. The linebackers, Malachi Asbury, Gus Augustine, and Seamus Williams. And the defensive backs are Cole Truant, Dylan Smith, Jason Fahm, and Sherrod Irvin. 3rd down, 6 yards to go inside the 25-yard line. Faking the handoff, rolling back. Pressure, throws. It's going to be complete at the 25. Cuellar heads upfield at the 15. Stutter steps across a man, spins down to the 10, and brought down there. Wow, he had a lot of guys reaching for him, Coach, and nobody could grab him.
Yeah, a lot of reaching, but no tackling there. So, one of the things that Coach Siddick talked about in the pregame with AMP was they've got to do a much better job tackling.
So he had one guy miss, and then 2 more guys came in and tried to get him, and then he
throw in a little spin move.
There's 4, 5, 6 guys that all missed. All missed him. So it'll be 1st and 10. 1st down, goal to go at the 10 now for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Double wideouts to the left, the wide side of the field. They'll put a man in motion from left to right, and then rolling back to pass as Entler throws it in the end zone. Touchdown for a 10-yard gain and a 10-yard pass play to Williams. Ben Williams makes the catch for the touchdown for Glacier Peak. They moved it right on down the field.
Yeah, they did. They run a sprint out action there, and Williams hooks up on a curl right there, across the end zone line there for the touchdown.
So we will have the addition of the extra point here. Wasn't it Coach Shane Keck that said,
which kicker we got here?
He said, we have 4 guys kicking the ball tonight. Well, no.
This would be Kaczynski, I believe.
Okay, and here is the ball airborne up, and it is good. So we'll take a break with 8 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Our score, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 7, the Jackson Timberwolves nothing. More coming up from Everett Memorial Stadium on KRKO. Scored and got the 2-point conversions. They're up 10-7 over Edmonds Woodway with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left. So can John Gradwell mount a charge here? Of course, he won't be mounting anything. He's the coach, but he's got guys that'll be trying to do it. And they've got Stephen Warren Jr. to throw the passes. Here is the approach and the kick. End over end, fairly short. It's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line. Lycan on the return to the 15, spins at the 20, heads upfield, still on his feet to the 25 and to the 26-yard line. So Lycan on the return, put him out to the 26. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jackson Timberwolves. Let's go to Buddy Patrick with a look at that scoring drive.
The Grizzlies go 60 yards, 7 plays, 3 on the ground, 4 through the air, taking 3:07 off of the clock. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Lucas Entler to Ben Williams. Jared Kaczynski's point after it was good with 8:42 to go here in the first quarter. It's Glacier Peak 7, Jackson 0.
And here comes Jackson with their second possession. The first one ended with an interception after 1 play. Here's what happens here. They'll run the football. Lycan around the left-hand side, not going to get much lateral pursuit. A lot of lateral pursuit, no lateral movement upfield. So you're going to get him about a 1-yard gain. Gluth comes up and makes a stop.
Yeah, Gluth and Cuellar got there right about the same time, and there was just nowhere to run out there on the edge.
Jackson's offense across the front line, Samba Mbaye, Will Gamache. The center is Nathan Brooks. Right guard, Luke Casper. Luca Below is the right tackle. Then the quarterback is Colby Bossert. We'll give you the wide receivers and the running backs here in a moment. As a play, we're going to have a flag come in. Just as the play was being snapped, it's going to be a defensive encroachment penalty here against Glacier Peak. So that'll give the Jackson T-Wolves a free 5 yards to put them out to the 31-yard line. The wide receivers, Matt Taylor and Cole Truant. The tight end, John Freeman. Will Turpin is the slot back, and Tyler Lycan is the running back. That's the offense for the Jackson Timberwolves. So after the free 5 yards after the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 4 yards to go at the 31-yard line. Ball at the left hash, a 7-0 lead for Glacier Peak. Motion man back through the formation. Give it to Lycan up the right side across the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. Boy, he's quick too.
Yeah, he's not very big, but boy, he's got a good burst. Good burst. I'm looking here at the roster. He's listed at 5'6", 155, but boy, he's got a quick just get out of the gate speed.
He's going to get him all the way out to the 37-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. They move the sticks here. Jackson, their first real full possession here. Double wideouts to the right. Ball's right in the center of the field. Will they run it? They will. Lycan heads over the right side across to the 40-yard line. They're saying his knees touch down, though, at the 39. Skibble comes up, makes a tackle, gain of about 2, put him at the 39-yard line. Defensively for Glacier Peak, the nose tackle is Connor Aney. The defensive ends are Dane Chapman and Tony Charez. The linebackers, Owen Gluth, John Allison, Caden Skibble, and Brad Perman. And the defensive backs, Isaiah Cuellar, Adam Laum, Isaiah Olsen, and Michael Darling, the starting defensive unit for Glacier Peak. 2 shutouts in the past 4 games, giving up only 19 points. Fake on the handoff on 2nd down. They'll throw the pass to Turpin. He will fight for maybe a yard out to the 40-yard line. That's a tough yard if he did get a yard out to the 40. As he threw the pass over there to that right flat, and then a whole bunch of guys in white shirts converged on him.
Yeah, Glacier Peak ran that play earlier, and I guess Jackson said, you can run it, we can run it. But they only get a yard out of it.
That previous scoring recap brought to you by Kia of Everett, the home of simple, easy, fun car buying, whether in person or online at KiaofEverett.com. You'll know you picked the right place. Kia of Everett, your simple, easy, fun dealer. So third down, 7 yards to go at the 40-yard line for the black-clad Jackson Timberwolves. Moving from right to left at their own 40, 3rd and 7. Oh, they're going to draw the left defensive end offside. That's going to be Dane Chapman, who went into the neutral zone. It's going to be the second defensive encroachment penalty here against Glacier Peak on this drive. That'll move the ball out to the 45-yard line. Makes a much more manageable 3rd and 2 here for Jackson.
Yeah, I think this completely opens the playbook for you if you're Coach Siddick to run or pass here.
6:02 to play. Opening quarter of action at Everett Memorial Stadium. Jackson and Glacier Peak. Glacier Peak with a 7-0 lead. Jackson facing a 3rd and 2 at the 45-yard line right hash. Double wideouts left. They put one of those wideouts in motion. Give it on the handoff to Lycan.
It's going to be close.
It's going
to be really close.
I think he's got it. He needed to get to the 47. He got to about the 47 and a quarter. So just barely, but that's a 2-yard gain and a first down. So two first downs here in this drive for the Jackson Timberwolves.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Siddick and the Timberwolves, you're liking this, right? This is your best defense, right? If you can do ball control, run the ball effectively, and maintain
keep it out of the plan,
then that's the best defense you can play against these guys in white from Glacier Peak.
Play comes in fairly late from the near sideline. It's 1st and 10 for Jackson. To the line of scrimmage they come at the 47-yard line. Down 7-0. The quarterback is Colby Bossert, a 6'1", 180-pound sophomore. Motion man. They gets a direct snap. They're going to give it to Lycan. He's going to get buried after about a 2-yard gain out close to the 50. They're going to put him down at the 49-yard line on just a dive play there for Lycan. Tyler Lycan, as you mentioned, 5'6", 155. Not huge, but he's quick.
No, and he runs tough, too. You know, he's got great pad level, great explosion, gets those tough yards.
So the play is run in. They use wide receivers to bring the play in from the near sideline where Jackson has set up camp down in front of us. We'll go down to Amp here after this play. 2nd down, 8 yards to go at the 49-yard line. Shotgun snap, back to pass. Throw, it's going to be complete and then dropped. It's going to be short. That was Massey who made the catch, came back and got it. About a 5-yard gain. Let's go downstairs to Amp Harrell. Amp.
Well, 2 things I'm noticing early, guys. One is that this is a Jackson team that lives by their coach. After they made the early miscues, he came out and was like, come on, guys, we got to make adjustments. And they did. Too little up against this GP front, but still. The other thing is hide the eggs versus assignment football for GP and strength against strength, guys.
3rd down, 3 yards to go at the 46-yard line. Ball at the left hash mark. Waiting for the snap. Empty backfield here for Colby Bossert. Here comes a shotgun snap. Drops back 2 steps. Throws. It's going to be too high. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. Massey was the intended receiver. Coach, again, that tip drill. The ball was up in the air and just hung there very tantalizingly.
Yeah, tantalizingly long. It hung up there in the air. That throw was high. That would have been a good catch by Massey if he was able to do it, but that ball was delivered not only high, but with a lot of velocity.
So it looks like they're going to punt.
Yeah, play a little field position game here.
So they come up. The punter is Cole Truant. So he's waiting for the snap here. They're going to punt on 4th down. Nope.
Oh, we got an up back who didn't get set before they snapped that.
Yeah, so it's going to be against Jackson. A false start penalty. So that'll back them up 5. They were giving away 5-yard penalties earlier on the defensive encroachments against Glacier Peak. Now this will back them up to the 49-yard line. So back into Jackson territory. Again, Truant will just step forward 5 more yards and he'll punt the football. We're at 3:39 to play in the opening quarter. High snap. He has to go back and get it. Puts his foot to it high, right up the elevator shaft and right down. Barely gets a first down. Then he'll take a sideways bounce and goes out of bounds. So just about everything perfect for Glacier Peak fans because that ball went almost straight out of bounds at the 38 where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that high snap just throws the punters their timing completely off. They're too busy retrieving that ball. They don't know where the pass or the rush is coming from. Just throws all the timing off there.
Today's game brought to you in part by the Buzz Inn Steakhouse. If you're looking for a great deal and a great meal, head to the Buzz Inn Steakhouse. Enjoy their signature breakfast Monday through Friday till 10:30. 12 locations to serve you, including right here, about 6 blocks from here in downtown Everett. We're at Everett Memorial Stadium tonight. It's 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. They lead at 7-0, their second possession. They shift to some personnel around, and here we go. Shotgun snap for Entler. Give it to Bonchi, and Bonchi will carry out to the 40-yard line.
That first Glacier Peak drive, we saw a pretty good balance of running pass.
Right.
But I think against this front that Jackson's running, they're running an 8-man box. I think Glacier Peak is going to have to look to throw the ball here. That's tough sledding to run the ball in there against 8 guys.
So Bonchi for 2, put him out to the 40. We're at 3:07 and counting to play as the clock is moving. It almost looked like there was somebody that was hurt or adjusting his knee pad, but they're set to go to the line of scrimmage. Second down, 8 yards to go at the 40-yard line. Bonchi around the right side, though, he's going to get stacked up and down he will go. I think you're exactly right. Jason Pham leads the charge for the Timberwolves. See what they give him. A loss of 2, I think. They put him back just about back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Coach Siddick mentioned Jason Pham in the pregame talking about him being a big hitter. And we just kind of saw that demonstrated right there.
And what you said, too, about maybe you got to throw it when they're going to stack everybody in there.
Well, it's a numbers game, Tom. If they're gonna put 8 in the box, they've only got 3 playing pass defense. So it's pick your poison, right? So if you're going to commit to stop Bonch, like Jackson is, I think if you're Glacier Peak, you got to look to throw the ball.
And a timeout called here by Glacier Peak. We'll step out with 2:20 to play in the opening quarter. 7-0 Glacier Peak with the lead. Back with more from Everett Memorial Stadium after this timeout.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
So back to pass. Rolling back, looking. Entler throws, and he throws it to Bonch over to the right side, incomplete. A little bit too much over his head. A little pressure, though, coming up the middle by Glacier Peak's linebackers trying to get the sack. Couldn't do it, but that'll roll up to 4th down now, and Glacier Peak will have to punt the football.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Siddick, you're really happy with that pass rush you just saw right there. Entler had to get that ball out a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and it just wasn't in a good place for Bonch to catch.
Lycan into return. Which kicker is this? This is Kaczynski, who will punt the football. 4th and 10. Kaczynski standing at the 25-yard line. Lycan back at the 20. The snap is back, not much rush, puts his foot to it. Pretty good kick. It's going to bounce at the 30. Then it hits a Glacier Peak player. They're going to let it roll down to the 20 and inside all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, but they're going to bring it back to where the beanbag was tossed and it first hit the Glacier Peak player.
Yeah.
So that's going to be up here around the 28, 29-yard line.
Again, the referee is Craig Johnson, the umpire Luke Moormeyer. Michael Hunter is the linesman. The Levi Clark is the line judge, and the back judge is Reed Baker. So it'll be right on, just about on the 30-yard line now for the Jackson Timberwolves. It'll be 1st and 10, down 7-0 to Glacier Peak. 2:11 to play in the opening quarter, and here comes Jackson up to the line of scrimmage in their all black uniforms, black helmets, white numbers, green trim, moving right to left. From the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. Give it to Bossert. Lycan will head around the left-hand side. Flag down. He's swept off his feet out at the 32-yard line. Cuellar comes in on the tackle.
Flag's back there in the territory that's normally a holding.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that's what we're going to have here. And he will tell us it is a holding penalty against Jackson. So that'll back him up 10 yards from that point of the infraction. So back him up there. It was a nice open field tackle there by Cuellar. But all for naught. They'll take the yards, put it back to the 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 20 for Jackson. Coming up on 2 minutes of play in the opening quarter. Next week, we're at Arlington High School for Arlington and Monroe and the Wesco 3A de facto championship, South against North. 1st and 20 from the 20 for Jackson. Motion man through the formation, fake it to him, throw it right side. It's going to be complete out to the 30-yard line. Turpin goes up high in the air, gets it. It's going to be about an 11-yard gain. In fact, so they'll put him right on the 30, so exactly 10. So got 10 of them back, bring up 2nd and 10 for Jackson.
A lot of these skill players for Jackson, Tom, are underclassmen. They're juniors, so I mean, if you're Coach Siddick, you got to be pretty excited.
So that'll move at 10. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 30, about the right hash. Sideline to the right, lots of running room out to the left. Trip set to the left side now, and they put a man in motion, and they'll throw it to that motion man. Truant across the 30, 35, out to the 40-yard line. That may be enough. I think he's going to get exactly 10 for another 1st down. They're just getting exact 10-yard increments. Put it right on the 40-yard line.
They'll take him any way they can get him, Tom.
That's right. Truant on that catch, motored for 10.
As long as those chains are moving, that's a good thing.
Clock is moving, coming down to 1 minute to play in the opening quarter at Everett Memorial Stadium. At the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for Jackson. While at the left hash mark, now 2 wide receivers out to the right. The quarterback is Colby Bossert. He gets the shotgun snap, give it to Lycan. He's going to head to the middle and maybe get a half yard. That's about it. Out to the Chapman comes up on the tackle. They're going to give him a 1-yard gain. So Lycan on that carry. See if they run one more play here. We're down to 26 and counting. I think they probably have to. Well, the play's just now coming in from the sideline here on the near side. It's 2nd down and 9 yards to go at the 41-yard line. Down to 12 seconds to go. They don't seem to be in too much of a hurry, and they're not going to run another play, and we will take a break at the end of the 1st quarter. Our score, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 7, the Jackson Timberwolves nothing. 2nd quarter coming up here from Everett Memorial Stadium.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
And got the touchdown. Edmonds Woodway 13, Mountlake Terrace 10 with 42 seconds to go.
Coach Gradwell.
You were right. You were right.
Don't ever bet against Coach Gradwell.
We will have more scores coming up here, but first let's take a look at a 2nd down, 9 yards to go play here for Jackson. Kind of a spread offense. Players all over the field. They will turn.
Halfback pass.
Halfback pass. Lycan throws
down.
it, and he fell down as he was throwing it. He slipped, and he had an open man downfield. And is it slick down there, Amp Harrell?
Not at all. Absolutely perfect conditions down here. So that was just a tough break on a well-designed, exciting trick play.
Great play call out of the break. He's open down the field. I think if he doesn't slip there, boy, that might have gone big.
Yeah, he slipped. He got the ball down there, but it just was offline. So it'll be 3rd and 9 at the 41-yard line. Now trip set to the right. Now whistles. Officials are going to call a timeout here.
Number 7 for Jackson's being sent out of the game.
His pants aren't long enough, so they're going to bring a new player in. Yep, So that's what they're doing. That's a point of emphasis this year. Shotgun snap back on 3rd and 9. Throws into traffic, intercepted. Intercepted at the 39-yard line. Isaiah Olson makes that interception at the 39. So turn it over on the INT, and it's 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak at the 39. Just threw it right to him.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the play out of the break, the trick play didn't go, and they ended up in 3rd and long. They, at that point, Glacier Peak knows you've got to throw the ball.
Right.
They're dropping 7 or 8 in the coverage, and that's just tough on any kind of quarterback.
So it'll be Glacier Peak football with a 7-0 lead, and they'll have it at their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Lucas Entler, the 5'9", 175 junior quarterback.
I'm interested to see if Jackson can back that great defensive series up with another one right here.
Entler will take the shotgun snap. Bonch will carry up the middle at the 45, at the 50, at the 45, and all the way down to the 43-yard line. There was no one home. He just went right straight up the gut and went the first 10 yards without anybody even looking at him.
Yeah, they run a little inside counter here. They pull the guard and tackle, and they block this really well up front. They're going to pull that right guard. Oh, and the H-back. He leads up through the hole right onto that linebacker 14, and he's off to the races.
He went 10 yards before anybody even saw him. Oh, that guy wearing number 1, we should probably tackle him. Put him down to the 43-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak.
And if we learn anything about Bonch, he doesn't need a lot of room.
No. He's standing in the backfield there against Entler. No, it's not the same play. He rolls to the right. Entler will throw. It's going to be complete at the 30, downfield at the 25, at the 20, and then Williams all the way out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They faked it to Bonch. We have a flag way over here, by the way, way over here by the 40-yard line that we can hardly see. In fact, the referee will put up his hand and said, "Don't anybody move. We've got a flag back here." Are we going to have an ineligible receiver downfield? I've got a feeling.
No.
Yep.
Is it ineligible downfield?
Yeah, I think he put his hand up on top, right?
Yep.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
So one of the linemen didn't get the
memo?
message that it was play action pass.
Was it by text or email?
I don't know.
Smoke signals, something. But he didn't get it, so it's going to back him up. Now this will go back to the 48-yard line.
Oh, yeah, Glacier Peak on the replay we were able to see up here had a couple guys downfield, actually, a couple of their linemen.
So at the 48-yard line now, it's 1st and 15. 1st and 15 for Glacier Peak, leading at 7-0. We're just underway in the second quarter at Everett Memorial Stadium. Shotgun snap for Entler. Here it is. Bonch will get it, kind of choosing his way around. Oh, excuse me, it's Isaiah Owens carries it across the 40, 35, down to the 30. He was moving out to the left, and then he started to pick and choose his way downfield, waiting for a block or two. He got some. He gets 17 of the 15 they needed, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak.
Yeah, Owens we see that young man. He's a sophomore. Yep. We saw him at the when we did Mariner in Glacier Peak. He came in and spelled Bonch when he left the game, and he had a really good game against Mariner.
So it's all the way down now to the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. Rolling back to pass. Looking is Entler. Sets up. He gets chased from behind. Now he's going to run the football. He's got some open field at the 25. He was doing, I think, the karaoke as he was moving along the lane. I don't want to get hit by you, but he finally was brought down. Asbury brings him down. He's going to get about a 5-yard gain out of the 25-yard line.
That was pretty well covered downfield by the Timberwolves there, and I bet the coaches for Glacier Peak on Monday will talk with Mr. Endler, like decide what you're going to do and do it.
Yeah, make a decision and go for it.
Yeah.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line for Glacier Peak. Here's the shotgun snap. They're going to fake it on the handoff. They're going to run it or pass it to Cuellar. Heads upfield at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown. 25-yard pass play to Isaiah Cuellar. Threw it to him in the flat, and then he just headed upfield and eluded a whole bunch of guys that wanted to tackle him. None of them could, and it's a score for Glacier Peak.
Yeah, that's that inside tunnel screen where they bring the outside receiver down. 2 inside receivers are going to block. Linemen are getting out onto people. They timed that out really well.
And we've seen Lake Stevens run that since time memoriam, right?
Yeah, for probably about 15 years.
Yeah. Kaczynski in to kick the football. we still haven't given you all those scores that we had passed along to us, but Glacier Peak was too busy running the ball down the field. Kaczynski to kick the football for Glacier Peak, and now we've got a timeout.
I think we got an encroachment.
Okay, defensive encroachment here. So that'll put it half the distance of the goal line. Coach Vincent's still going to kick?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think they're even going to move the kicking tee.
No, in fact, they're going to decline it and just kick it as it would be normally.
So waiting for, again, the extra point. We're going to keep it right here, and we'll run through the scores that we have. And waiting for the snap, the spot, the kick is up. Plenty of leg up, and it is good. So with 10 minutes and 3 seconds to play here in the first half of action, our score now, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 14 and the Jackson Timberwolves nothing. Give you some scores. We do have a final now from Edmonds District Stadium. The Edmonds Woodway Warriors win it 13-10 over Mount Lake Terrace, and that is the final. So Edmonds Woodway 13, Mount Lake Terrace 10. And so the final score there. So that will give the Edmonds Woodway Warriors the win over the Terrace Hawks. Monroe leading Snohomish 14-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter score in the Rotary Cup at Shoreline Stadium. Shorecrest leading Shorewood 7-0. Archbishop Murphy in the first quarter leading Cedro Woolley 3-0. Linden leading Lakewood 19-0 in the first quarter. Kings leading Granite Falls 14-0 also in the first quarter. Those scores starting to roll in here on this Friday night of high school football in Snohomish County, Skagit County, and Whatcom County. King County, I guess. Kings was playing, but they're up at Granite Falls. But Shoreline Stadium, that's in King County. So, okay, we got it all covered.
We get that north end of King County a little bit.
That's right. Here is the approach and the kick by Glacier Peak. Jackson, and they will field it. That's Truant at the 10, 15, 20, up the left-hand side, 25, 30, and all the way out to the 35-yard line. That was Cole Truant on the return.
Yeah, good return, well done.
Yeah, all the way out to close to the 35-yard line. We go to Buddy Patrick with a look at that scoring drive.
The Grizzlies drive 61 yards, 4 plays, 3 on the ground, 1 through the air, taking a minute 47 off of the clock. 25-yard touchdown pass from Lucas Antler to Isaiah Cuellar. Kaczynski's point after was good, and with 10:03 to go here in the first half, it's Glacier Peak 14, Jackson 0.
The scoring recap brought to you by the Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks. That's the Ace Hardware Store at the Lake Stevens Marketplace. So 1st and 10 for Jackson at the 35-yard line. Coach, you mentioned they played pretty well, just have no points to show for it yet.
Yeah. Defensively, I thought they played pretty well up until that last drive, but offensively, they got to get something going here.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line, about the left hash. As Colby Bossert calls the signals, puts a man in motion from left to right. Doing like a hard snap, and now we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout, Jackson.
I don't know if they were trying to draw him off sides or
get a look, and they didn't get the look they wanted, so.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extra. Taking on
here on a team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Complete. That's Turpin out to the 35. It's the line of scrimmage, and that is about it. Let's go down to the field. Actually, they're going to give him 2. Let's go down to Amp.
So we got an injury update. Kyle Martin, two-way lineman, he was injured on the scoring play for Glacier Peak. I think it was a right leg. He is probable to return, but talking to teammates and officials over here, I think he got tangled up with one of the Jackson Timberwolves guys.
So 2nd down, 8 yards to go here. There's actually 2 Turpins playing for the Timberwolves. Runner on the left-hand side. That's Lycan on the carry. Lycan will motor for about 3, put him out to the 40-yard line. And now whistles.
Another Glacier Peak player down.
Yeah, he is going to get up and walk off to the far sideline under his own power.
Yeah, it's Nolan Andall.
He's making his way over there, and he'll be replaced on the field. Looks like John Allison checks in. Next man up. So it's 3rd down, 5 yards to go for Jackson at the 40-yard line. We're at 9:01 to play in the opening quarter at Everett Memorial Stadium. 3rd and 5 at the 40. Double wideouts both ways. Back to pass. Bossert looks, steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, incomplete. He had a man there. That was Truant. It was the intended receiver.
Yeah, he was wide open.
Just kind of missed him.
Throws off the mark.
So that'll bring up 4th down now, and Jackson will have to punt. Now we're going to have a timeout called by an official. He's going to send a player off.
Yeah, Cuellar being told to leave.
Oh, hold in the elbow pad.
Well, that won't send him off unless he's bleeding. Then they've got to take care of that.
So 4th down, and Jackson will have to punt the football. 4th and 5. And they'll put, Bonch is not in there. Now Glacier Peak calls a timeout. Oh yeah, Cuellar is the usual punt returner, coach. He has to go off for a full play.
Yeah, and then they had Owens back there, the young sophomore.
And so
in 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Talk about Royal, though, for a second.
Yep.
I mean, you almost just write them in there every year. I mean, how many state titles you might know off the top of your head? How many state titles
I think
they have?
Maybe it's 14 or 15.
Yeah, I mean, they're just in that classification, they are the top dog.
Yeah. Yeah, Owens is back now to receive back at the 20-yard line. The snap is back. The kick is away by Truant. It's going to bounce. Oh, it hits Bowens, who's got the football. He got it back himself. He watched it bounce. It bounced off of him, and then he stood there and he goes, oh, wait, I got to be bouncing on this football.
Yeah, I better get on that thing. That's a live football.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. They'll start this drive from their own 26-yard line.
I have a feeling we might see Mr. Cuellar back there the rest of the game and not have that happen again.
And let's go down to Amp.
Yeah, you guys were right. It wasn't just the equipment issue. He had a gash or a cut on his forearm. He got that thing bandaged up, taped up, double taped up. He's already ready to return. Also, Andall is back and fine as well.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies at their own 26-yard line. Out to the field they come and ready to go. Wide receiver split both ways. Ball's in the center of the field. Lucas Entler calls the signals. Here comes a shotgun snap. Motion man. They give it to the motion man. That's Ely will carry across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So Dylan Healy on the carry for a 5-yard gain. That was Bonch out again?
He's in.
Okay. It's just every time we see Glacier Peak, we're always calling the backup running back. Okay, Bonch is back out there. So now they're standing in 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line. Will they give it to Bonch? They will. Right straight up the gut, and he will get a 1st down and more across the 35 all the way out to the 37, 38-yard line. He almost broke that for the rest of the way, all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, he was a shoestring away from busting that one big. I don't like saying this early in the game, but I mean, I think Jackson's got to get a stop here to not let this game get out of reach for them. So they've got to come up with something here. Get a stop, get a turnover, something to kind of stem the tide and get the ball back.
And to quote 80-year-old Steve Miller, who our program director saw the other night, said he's got more energy than ever. Time keeps on ticking away.
Yeah.
So
and Jackson hasn't demonstrated that they're going to score quick tonight. So
Bonch will go the right-hand side. He'll get out to the 40, out to the 43-yard line. That was a long way to go. For time keeps on slipping into the future.
We've got a Jackson player down now.
Yeah, we do. He's slow to get up. That's Peyton Massey who gets up. He's holding his forearm. That was Bonchu carried. He gets about 5, put him out to the 43-yard line. Massey will have to come off. And not very quickly, I might
He's
add.
kind of holding that right arm.
Yeah, he's not moving it at all,
And
really.
he's kind of reaching up towards his collarbone, shoulder area.
So he comes to the near sideline. We're ready to go. Glacier Peak to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, 5 yards to go from the 43-yard line. Ball at the right hash. Shotgun snap. Crocker will carry up the middle across the 45 at the 50 and all the way down to the 45-yard line of Jackson. Crocker was going to get 12, put him down to the 45-yard line. Nice run there.
Completely different style of running, though.
Yep.
You know, Bonch is kind of that thoroughbred, and Crocker's kind of that Clydesdale. You know, straight ahead. There's no shiftiness. There's no I'm going to put a move on you. It's I'm plowing straight ahead.
Yeah, but don't get in his way.
Exactly.
He'll go right through you.
Exactly.
So 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for Glacier Peak. Shotgun snap here for Entler. They'll run the football. Herman Beline will carry it. He will cross the 40. A flag comes in late in the end of the play. Beline got all the way down close to 1st down yardage, about a 9-yard gain. And I think we're going to have a hold here as the referee signaled over to the coaching staff. Yeah, that's going to be a hold against Glacier Peak. So that'll back them up. So Mr. Herman Beline will not be credited for those yards.
That might be the first time we've seen that young man carry the ball this year.
I think so. Played some defense, I think. Yeah, it's Carlos Herman Beline, hyphenated last name. So that'll put it back to the, see where they're going to stop, at the 48. Yeah, 48-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 17 yards to go. 1st and 17 at the 48 for Glacier Peak. 6:55 to play and a 14-0 lead for the Grizzlies. They have the football, but backed up 10 yards here. On 1st and 17, ball at the right hash mark. Shotgun snap. Faking the handoff. They'll throw the football. It's going to be complete over to the right side and then no gain. That's Williams who made that catch. Nice play defensively, Coach.
Yeah, by Damian Smith. He comes from the interior line all the way out there to the edge to make the play on that kind of exterior screen that Glacier Peak attempted to run there.
And let's go back down to Amp for injury update.
Yeah, I've got an update on Peyton Massey. It's right elbow, I think. Soft tissue. It looked like they were testing range of motion. He's getting taped up. His return is questionable, we'll say.
So 2nd down, 7 yards to go. At the 48-yard line. Ball at the right hash. 2 wide receivers to the wide side of the field. They'll give it on the handoff. That's Isaiah Owens across a 50, 45 down to the 41-yard line. Very quick is Mr. Owens, and he will get it all the way down to the 41 for a 10-yard gain. Actually, they're going to say his knee touched down at the 42. So, see, that's going to be a 10-yard gain. So it'll be.
Man, is Glacier Peak blessed with some depth at running back?
Man.
It's just like whatever guy they run out there. He's got some skills.
Well, they got 4 kickers, so they must have a lot of running backs, too. 3rd down, 7 yards to go at the 42-yard line. So from the 42, here's the shotgun snap. Double wideouts to the left side, looking that way. Back to pass. Now he's going to run the football. Entler will run at the 40, heads right side at the 35, at the 30, and out of bounds.
A little more decisive that time.
Very decisive and said, I'm going out of bounds and not going to get hit.
Yeah. But he went north-south. He got up the field. Someone probably got in his ear during the last time he came off.
13-yard gain and down inside the 30-yard line to the 29. It'll be 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. Leading at 14-0. We're at 5 minutes of play in the first half. Decent crowd on hand here at Everett Memorial Stadium. Big student section for Jackson.
Yeah. Senior night tonight for Jackson, and everybody's sitting down in the lower part because it's not raining. They don't have to be up there under cover. They're right near the field, and you can hear them. It's a pretty good crowd.
29-yard line, 1st down, 10 yards to go for Glacier Peak. About the right hash mark, Entler has a running back to his right. Here is the snap, and they will give it to him. That's Owens picking his way down across the 25 at the 20, at the 15. Gets hit from behind at the 10 and down all the way down inside the 10. Put him down at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Dylan Smith makes the tackle for Jackson there.
23 yards on the carry. And all the way down to the 7-yard line, it'll be first and goal to go for Glacier Peak. They've got 2 on the board now, threatening to put a third touchdown up on the board here in this latter part of this first half at Everett Memorial Stadium. So from the 7-yard line, now ball at the left hash mark. It's first down goal to go at the 7. Here comes the shotgun snap to Entler. They put a man in motion. Oh, he changed his mind, went back the other way. They're going to roll to the right. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to throw to him. Oh! Hit him in the hands and incomplete.
Skibble.
It was Skibble who had it. He was turning into the end zone and deciding how he was going to celebrate.
Yeah, but he forgot the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, he dropped the football, and he just looked up into the sky afterwards and goes, you got to be kidding me. So they'll try it again. Second down and goal to go at the 7-yard line. Bonch is back in. My guess is they're going to give it to him. Up the gut, would you?
I would.
So second down goal to go at the 7. High snap. They do give it to him. He does head into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Glacier Peak. 7-yard run by Chrisman Bonch.
Is that what you were kind of thinking?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It worked.
You could go down there. You could call the plays.
Oh, yeah. Give me a headset. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. So Chrisman Bonch with the touchdown for GP. And they're up now 20-0 over Jackson. Waiting for the addition of the extra point by Jared Kaczynski. So far he's used just one kicker of the 4 he mentioned in the pregame interview. So Kaczynski ready to kick the extra point. Here it comes. It's airborne up, and it is good. We'll take a break with 4 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the first half of action. It's 21-0. Glacier Peak leading Jackson. Back with more from Everett Memorial Stadium after this timeout.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
21-0 the score here with 4 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the first half. Tom Lafferty along with Joel Vincent. Amp Harold on the sidelines this evening. Steve Willits has got Silvertips duty tonight at Angel of the Winds Arena, about 8 blocks north of here.
I have pictures of Willits.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, he's got a pink Silvertips jersey on tonight.
Tomorrow night's Pink the Rink, but I think they're showing him off tonight.
Yeah.
Here is the approach. And the kick, it's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. Up the field 10, Lycan at the 15, 20, and all the way out to about the 24-yard line. So nice run back there. And we take a look at that scoring drive by the Glacier Peak Grizzlies.
He goes 74 yards, 9 plays, 7 on the ground, 2 through the air, taking 4-12 off of the clock. 70-yard touchdown run by Chrisman Bonchi. Kaczynski's kick was good. It was 4:21 to go in the first half. Glacier Peak 21, Jackson 0.
That scoring recap brought to you by Marysville Toyota. One person, one price, 1 hour. Experience the power of one at Marysville Toyota on Smoky Point Boulevard. First and 10 for Jackson at the 24-yard line. Moving from left to right here. Shotgun snap back to Bossert. Give it off the handoff on the left-hand side. That's Lycan across the 30 and out. Close to first down yard. To see where they stepped out of bounds. I think he's going to be short a couple of yards and stepped out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Needed to get to the 32 is where they say he stepped out of bounds. So it'll be an 8-yard gain there for Lycan. That'll stop the clock here with 4:08 to play. We'll hear from Tornado Ted Beener down at Edmonds District Stadium coming up at halftime. Edmonds Woodway gets the win over Mountlake Terrace, 13-10. Spoiler alert, that's what Ted's going to talk about, but we'll get some get some.
We'll get the inside skinny on how it happened.
You bet. We'll get some facts and numbers and figures. Here's a little pass, kind of a little shuttle pass, and that was Truant who caught it on the little shuttle pass. And coach, that didn't work very well. They're going to lose 5 yards on that one.
No, Noah Green wasn't having any of it.
And let's go right back down to Amp.
Yes, I've got some updates, not a ton of them. Cade Willis getting some attention here on the sidelines for GP lineman. I think he's got an equipment issue with his chest pad, and I think Jake Reed may be injured. He may be out. I don't know why, but they're patting him on the shoulders. Playing it safe, 21-0.
Here's the third down pass. It's going to be an interception picked off there at the 40, 30, down the left-hand side at the 20, and all the way down to the 15-yard. They got a flag down, though, back on the return. 2 of them, actually, on that return. The interception there was by Healy, but I think it's coming back.
It might have been post-possession change.
Okay. So the interception will stand. It's just a matter of where the line of scrimmage will be when Glacier Peak takes over. That's the second interception here in the ball game, a blindside block. So that'll back it up and see if we can see it on the. It was early on the return by Healy, but that's going to back him up to the 41-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak at the Jackson 41 with 3:24 to play in the first half. 21-0 lead, and they're threatening here into Jackson territory at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Lucas Entler calls the signals. Shotgun snap given to Christopher Vonch. Fake it to him. They go to Cuellar on the pass to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the pylon and in. Touchdown. Flag down.
Late flag.
Way after Cuellar got all the way to the end zone, then the flag came in. Way back by the line of scrimmage.
And that was the inside tunnel screen that they threw earlier. It's the same play.
And they're pointing up, and Glacier Peak is walking back like, yeah, that's not going to count. I'm not sure what we had here because he was long gone before that flag came in.
Yeah, we've got a replay here in the booth. I'm going to see what I can see here.
Meanwhile, they're going to tell us it's going to be a hold against Glacier Peak. They're going to decline it. Well, I'm not sure what the signal is at the referee.
Did we have one flag down or 2?
There were 2 flags.
Okay, so you might have had 2 separate holds. You're going to take one of the 2, and you'll probably take the one that occurred the furthest back.
Okay. Craig Johnson is giving the signals. He kind of half-heartedly gave a holding penalty, then kind of waved like, yeah, we're not going to count that one. How about this one? Speaking of not being decisive, but all in all, I think they probably got it right.
Yeah, so they've got it spotted at the 41. So the hold they did enforce was around the 31-yard line when it happened.
Okay, so it'll be the 36-yard line now. It'll be 1st down and 5 yards to go. Oh, excuse me, 2nd down and 5 yards to go. They give it to Boncher on the right-hand side at the 35. Starter step at the 30, down to the 25, and all the way down to the 24-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down for Glacier Peak. That's an 11-yard gain for Chrisman Vonch. And put him right down, actually right on the 25-yard line. Jason Pham comes up, makes a stop for Jackson.
Yeah, we've called his name quite a bit when Jackson's on defense so far.
So line of scrimmage at the 25-yard line. We're at 2 minutes and 54 seconds to play in the first half. A 21-0 lead, and Glacier Peak getting ever so closer to the red zone here at the 25-yard line, left hash mark. Lucas Entler kind of claps his hands a couple of times. Give it to Vonch around the left-hand side. He hits upfield across the 20. Gets hit hard from the side at the 15 and down to the 10-yard line. That's enough for another 1st down. There's a 14-yard gain by Chrisman Vonch.
Dylan Smith in on the stop.
That's going to put it down at the 11. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 11. It's the 10th rushing 1st down of this half for Glacier Peak. So 1st and 10 at the 11 for the Grizzlies. Got a whole bunch of little kids lined up on the track around the edge there. Look like they're going to have do something here at halftime. Motion man back through the formation, whistles, just never looked right from the outset, and then the whistle comes in before the snap, dead ball, and then another defensive encroachment penalty against Jackson. Like they need it, but they'll get a free 5 yards here, and so it'll be first down and 5 at the 6 for Glacier Peak. And they wind the clock with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Trip set out to the right side. Now the ball's at the left hash mark. Bonch is in the backfield, standing next to Entler. Motion man back to the formation. They'll give it to that motion man. No, they won't. They'll fake it. They'll throw it to Bonch. He'll head to the end zone and in for the touchdown. They faked it on the handoff around this side, Coach. And so they went to Bonch around the other side, and he says, I'm in for 6.
Yeah, they start him in the backfield, and they go play action influence away, and then they just kind of leak him out and hit him right there at the goal line, and he breaks through that contact, is able to score that touchdown.
Explain that to me again. Play action influence?
Play action influence, right? Defense is about maintaining eye discipline and not falling for all the eye candy. And so they got Jackson.
That's up here in the booth. The eye candy's up here.
Well, they got Jackson looking at stuff they're not supposed to be looking at.
And we're going to have a...
Guess what? Another encroachment.
Another encroachment penalty here against Jackson. Yep. Running. I'm not sure if they're going to think they're going to block the kick or what. But so they're going to decline the penalty and just try to kick it again. The defensive end just trying to rush things and jump the snap. Here comes the snap now. The kick on the way by Kaczynski is up, and it is good. So with 1 minute and 40 seconds to play in the first half, our score 28-0. Glacier Peak leading Jackson. Back with more after this timeout.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
At Everett Memorial Stadium. I don't think I finished introducing all the cast of characters. Our spotter, Alex Glacier, our statistician, Buddy Patrick, Brandon Hamilton at the controls.
Back at the studio.
At the studio. They were about to get up and walk out. So, hey, look.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
You do not want to see me operate that computer.
Here is the approach and the kick. It's going to kind of go directly at hit a coach here on the near sideline.
You better be heads up over there.
Yeah. So that's going to put it out to the 35-yard line. The flags will come in, not really a penalty, but just the ball goes out of bounds. So let's take a look at that scoring drive with Buddy Patrick.
Glacier Peak goes 41 yards, 4 plays, 2 on the ground, 2 through the air, taking a minute 50 off of the clock. 6-yard pass from Lucas Hentler to Crispin Bonch. Kaczynski's point after was good, and with a minute 40 to go here in the opening half, it's the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 28 to Jackson Timberwolves 0.
Or Jacksonville. The scoring recap brought to you by Smoky Point Concrete. They've been part of strong foundations for more than 4 decades. Let's keep building teams and communities. SmokyPointConcrete.com. 1st and 10 for Jackson. A new quarterback in there. Abebe will hand it off, and he will get about a 1-yard gain, if that. Lycan got the carry. He's going to get, I think, no gain on the play. No gain. Put him right back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, maybe they're going to go to Abebe here, see if they get a little bit of a spark. Bossert started the game. He's a sophomore. Abebe's a junior. So we'll see what he can do here running this offense.
2nd and 10 after that first play. So they haven't moved the down box. Finally, they do now. So from the 35-yard line, it's 2nd and 10 for Jackson. Empty backfield. Trip set to the left, one to the... No, now everybody's jumping offside. I'm not sure. Glacier Peak's pointing at Jackson saying they drew us offside.
Yeah, they're all pointing at the right tackle.
Yeah, and I think that's the officials are going to agree with him. That'll be a false start penalty back now to the 30-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 15 for Jackson. And Abebe is the quarterback in for Colby Bossert. He'll come up to the line of scrimmage now on the 2nd down and 15 at the 30-yard line. Abebe stands empty in the backfield, faking on the handoff. He's going to run it himself, and he's going to get buried back there.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be dropped. It's going to be Chin will make the stop here for the quarterback sack. Loss of 5 more yards. Now brings up 3rd and 20 back at the 25-yard line. So far, I don't think they can wait for that halftime clock to wind down fast enough. We'll hear from Shane Keck going off the field here. The coach in the lead with the Glacier Peak Grizzlies leading at 28-0. And they're not even going to run a play. They're just going to stand back there, and they're going to let the time expire, and we will come to halftime here at Everett Memorial Stadium. And our score at the half, it's the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 28, the Jackson Timberwolves nothing here at the half. And Amp is going to make his way over there to talk with the head coach. 53 yards, 53 and a third yards over there at Amp to run to see the coach. And he's going to make his way there. And we're going to hear from Tornado Ted Beener coming up here momentarily as well. And we'll go down to Amp right now. Amp.
All right. We're tagging in an assistant coach here. Coach, your name?
Coach Hop.
Okay, Coach, your thoughts on this 28-0 lead going into the locker room?
You know what? One thing, we knew Jackson's going to be a really tough team. The 28-0 does not reflect how hard they're playing. We're really happy with what we've done offensively so far. Defensively, we look pretty good. We're going to get in the locker room. We're going to talk about the things that we need to work on and come out in the second half and just try to play really tough football and win the second half.
All right, Coach, go get them.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys being out here and broadcasting this for us. Thank you.
Absolutely, our pleasure. Tagging in for Coach Keck, who's got a sore voice. A lot of yelling in that first half, guys. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Coach. Did you never avoided Willits down the field, did you?
Willits, Frank Foster, no, they all found a way to corner me.
Our score at the half here, it's 28-0. Glacier Peak leading Jackson. We're going to hear from Ted Beener down at Edmonds District Stadium coming up as well. Again, our score at the half, Glacier Peak 28, Jackson nothing. Back with more from Everett Memorial Stadium after this timeout.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this!
To the 4 a.m. starts. Training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. You rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best.
UFC strawweight champion.
Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Full practice, witch doctor requesting immediate hot extract. Taking on heavy.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat.
You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
I heard a crack and there was water everywhere and...
Bend the knee to spot the leak. Didn't think I'd find you there, huh?
So, can you fix it? Oh, thank goodness.
You're all set. Have a good day.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling. United by purpose. Defined by the cause you fight for.
It's not about you! First you gotta get over the hump!
No one can ever take away
You earned this, Marine.
what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Grizzlies 28, but Jackson, the Timberwolves 0.
First half scoring recap brought to you by Glass by Lund, family owned and operated since 1967, offering the best price, value, and quality installation online at glassbylund.com. We'll take a break, come back, take a look at scores of other ball games on the out-of-town scoreboard. Glacier Peak 28, Jackson nothing. Halftime. Back with more after this.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Wolfpack, this is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract. Taking on heavy.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
I heard a crack and there's water everywhere and...
Bend the knee to spot the leak. Didn't think I'd find you there, huh?
So, can you fix it? Oh, thank goodness.
You're all set. Have a good day.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
I am the beast.
Total yards.
Thank you very much. A reminder, Prep Sports Weekly comes away on Monday night, 7 o'clock right here on KRKO. And then next Friday night, we'll be at the Wesco 3A Football Championship game. It'll be the Monroe Bearcats and the Arlington Eagles, right now ranked at number 8 in the state, number 7 in the state, playing for the Wesco 3A title next week. 6:30 pregame show next Friday night, 7 o'clock for the kickoff, live from John C. Larson Stadium in Arlington and right here on KRKO. Jackson will get the second half kickoff here. Both teams are gathered around their coaches. They made their way out of the halftime locker room. Again, some of the highlight scores: Monroe leading Snohomish 35-0. Shorewood and Shorecrest are really the game that's going to decide. Coach, there could be a Kansas City tiebreaker on Monday night if the things go the right way.
Right, and then with the pre-drawn numbers from early in the season, they'll determine which two of those teams will play.
That they've already done.
Okay.
So what'll happen is if all the teams, Snohomish, Shorecrest, and Shorewood, end up at 2 and 4. So if Shorecrest loses tonight, Shorewood wins. That would be Snohomish is going to lose to Monroe. All teams would be 2 and 4. Snohomish would play Shorewood in the first Kansas City tiebreaker at Shoreline Stadium. The winner's in, and then the loser plays Shorecrest, and the winner of that one is in. So Snohomish must have had the better draw. So here's the approach. No, that's going to be fielded in the end zone after the kickoff. So he can't return it out of the end zone in high school football. So they're going to put it out at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jackson Timberwolves to start this drive from their own 20-yard line. Have you done some of those? Were you coaching some of the kids?
I've never had to play in that pigtail playoffs situation before.
And you're glad of it.
Oh, yeah. Because in the old days, it was on a Tuesday, and it was you played a half.
Right.
You didn't play the Kansas City tiebreaker. You played a half. And then your reward, if you won, was you get to turn around and play again on Friday or Saturday. So it made for a tough week for those teams that had to do it.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for Jackson, who comes out at quarterback. Abebe will be in at quarterback. He's standing empty backfield here. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Motion man. Give it to that motion man. That's Truant. Truant will carry it and is going to lose about 2 yards on the play. They start at the 20, backs him up to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that play's not going to work. Glacier Peak's got a great adjustment for that. They bring what we call a kill player up as soon as they see that motion. He's got one job only, and that is to
kill him, right?
To attack that back that's possibly going to get that little flip pass. There's nobody in the offense there to block him.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12 yards to go at the 18-yard line. Again, they go empty backfield. Double wideout split both ways. Slot man to the right. At the 18-yard line, motion man back through the formation, and somebody jumped. Somebody flinched. As did we get a flag or just a whistle? Okay, it will be a false start here. That'll back him up 5 yards. Yeah, I'm not sure this whole line is going to work here with the empty backfield. But we shall see. That puts him back now inside the 15, put him at the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 18 yards to go. Again, empty backfield for Abebe, the quarterback. Takes a shotgun snap, throws it right side. He's going to be complete out to the 17-yard line, so he gets a little bit of it back. That's Massey who made that catch. Gain of about 4 on the passing play. Kind of threw it low as well, so he had to go down and get it. So never really had a chance to advance after he made the catch. But it will put it out to the 18, so it'll be 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
I think this is a really dangerous down and distance if you're Jackson, depending on how aggressive you decide to be here.
Because they've already thrown a couple of interceptions in this ball game. Now the quarterback of Abebe has got a running back to his left to give him some protection. Now they'll throw it down the left-hand side. It's going to be incomplete. Flag comes in. You know, the offensive player, the wide receiver fell down.
Yeah, I think they're going to call pass interference here.
See, what'd you see on that one, Amp?
I looked up just in time. I thought Carter Meese may have kind of shoved off of him, which may have been the reason the receiver fell down.
So they're going to call defensive pass interference.
Oh, defensive. That's not what I saw. Sorry, guys.
yeah, see, that's not what I saw either. Yeah.
No, they're marching it off right now.
They're marching it off here.
Yeah, in high school, it's not a spot foul. It's just 15-yard penalty.
Right,
so.
And catchable, non-catchable doesn't matter in high school either. Okay, let's go right back down to Amp with an injury update.
Gus Augustine of the home side hurt ribs, questionable to return.
So it'll be First and 10 from the 33-yard line. Lycan will carry and nothing there. Nothing for Mr. Lycan. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage. Zach Cohn will come up and make the stop for Glacier Peak. Right back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. So it'll be second down and 10 yards to go at the 33-yard line for Glacier Peak, for Jackson. Glacier Peak with a lead, 28-0. We're in the third quarter at Everett Memorial Stadium. On second and 10 at the 32. Motion man back through the formation. A Bebe low snap. And
I think we're going to have another procedure penalty.
Yeah, illegal procedure here. Was it a false start or? Okay, another false start.
We've seen a few of these once the BBs come in, and oftentimes you'll see that with a backup quarterback. His cadence is not going to be exactly the same as the starter, obviously. Everybody's got to get used to that.
So back him up 5, brings up second down, 15 yards to go at the 28-yard line. Seems kind of late, but the play does come in from the near sideline. And they come up to the line of scrimmage on second and 15. Now, one of the linemen turns around and I'm not sure if he's telling them what to do or tell me again what we're running. So it'll be second and 15. Motion back through the formation. Throw the pass over the left-hand side, incomplete. Led him a little bit too much. The intended receiver there was Aiden Turpin. And he couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, I think that ball's caught. It's first down and more. They just couldn't quite make the connection there. Good play call, though.
So third down and 15 yards to go for Jackson. Jackson in the black jerseys, black pants, black helmets. Kind of gray numbers and green trim moving left to right, although most everybody's wearing some sort of pink here for cancer awareness. Waiting for the snap on third and 15. Back to pass of Bebe. Looking downfield, throws it into traffic, incomplete. His receiver never turned around. I'm not sure he knew the play was coming his way. But incomplete pass brings up fourth and long here. And they will have to punt the football. So they were aided by the defensive pass, shall we say, questionable defensive pass interference?
Well, I mean, it was called, so they were aided by a pass interference call.
Right.
But they could not do much after that.
Isaiah Cuellar is back at the 35-yard line. Alex Clausius already thinks it's going to be a return for a touchdown if they get the kickoff. One of the players is late getting onto the field. The left tackle will take his spot out there, left guard actually. Here is the snap back. The kick is away. Kind of wobbly kick. It's going to be fielded at the 31. He escapes one man at the 35. Will he get it? Out to the 40. Escapes a man at the 35. Still on his feet. He's not going to get it out to the 47-yard line. Well, he had a little avenue. He had an avenue there, Coach.
He had a chance. I thought Alex was going to be clairvoyant there.
So instead we'll get a pretty good return out to the 47, and Glacier Peak will get it first and 10 at the 47-yard line. 8:33 to play. You'd like to see Glacier Peak just run the football and get ready to play Lake Stevens next week.
Mr. Bonch is in the backfield, so
He is.
I would not be surprised if that is, in fact, what we see.
The quarterback is Lucas Entler, their first possession of the second half. Give it to Bonch around the right side across a 50. Stutter step away from a man at the 45, running laterally down to the 40-yard line. About a 13-yard gain and a first down for Glacier Peak. They gave it to Bonch. He headed right and then just kind of slid down kind of on a lateral at about a 45-degree angle.
It's the same inside counterplay that we saw earlier where they're going to pull that backside guard and that H-back, and that guard's going to kick out, the H-back's going to lead up through the hole.
100 yards exactly now for Crispin Bonch. And they're looking over to the far sideline. The clock is moving with 8:12 to play in the third quarter at Everett Memorial Stadium. From the 40-yard line, it's first and 10. Lucas Entler's gone the distance at quarterback. for the Grizzlies. Trips at right. Now they empty the right, and they'll go a little cross buck play action, and now they'll get a pass off. It's going to be complete down to the 35. That's Healy who made the catch. Boy, just about everybody was in motion on that one.
Yeah, and that's the same tunnel screen that they've run to Cuellar twice. They run it to Healy that time. And again, there's a lot of misdirection going on there with that jet motion away. That's really forcing these Jackson defensive players to have great eye discipline and stay on their read keys and not fall for all that stuff.
So they put it down inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. It's second down and 3 yards to go for Glacier Peak. Grizzlies in their white jerseys, white pants, blue helmets, blue numbers, silver trim. Seems like this entire game's been played on this end of the field. Second and 3. Motion man through the formation. Give it a bunch around the right side. Gets first down and more across the 30 all the way down to the 28, 26-yard line. See where they put him down. Probably close to the 27 there for Crispin Bunch. Took it on the handoff. Turned the corner right side. Needed 3. Got 6. Puts him down to the 27. It'll be first and 10 for GP.
And he's exited the game. We've got Crocker in now.
Glacier Peak coming in 2-0 in league play, 5-2 overall. They'll end their regular season next week against Lake Stevens. First and 10 at the 27-yard line. They will give it to Crocker, and he's not going to get anything. He looked straight ahead, and they thought, well, I'll just angle to the right, and there was a guy in a black shirt that was standing there.
Yeah, there were several, and he really had nowhere to go.
Samba Mbaye will come up and lead the charge defensively, so no gain on the play. Put him right back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be second down and 10 yards to go for Glacier Peak. And they're in absolutely no sense of any kind of hurry. In fact, just now the play is being signaled in. And so it'll be second down and 10 yards to go. About the right hash mark. Double wideouts to the left, single to the right, the narrow side of the field. Shotgun snap, give it to Crocker. He'll go left side this time, and kind of the same result. Right side didn't work. They give it to him left side. That doesn't work either. So this time he's going to lose 2 back to the 29-yard line.
Yeah. Tackle was made there by William Gamache.
So after the loss of 2, brings up 3rd and 12 for Glacier Peak. And they look to the sidelines. Trying to move the ball up the field. Leading at 28-0. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Now everybody's on the same page here. And they'll get set up, line up with 2 wide receivers to the near side. Now, actually, I think they're going to call a timeout. Yeah, it took a long time, and then I don't think everybody was ever on the same page. So we'll take a break. 5 minutes exactly to play in the third quarter. 28-0 the lead for Glacier Peak. Back with more after this timeout. Everett Memorial Stadium. Glacier Peak with the football, a 28-0 lead. Facing now a third down, 12 yards to go at the 29-yard line. I think everybody's on the same page now. Lucas Etler calls the signals. Drops back to pass. Looks up, sets up, has a lot of time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, rolls to the right. Now he'll run the football at the 30, at the 25, and out of bounds. Thought better of taking it back toward the field. He said, no, I'm just step out of bounds, head to the track where it's safer over here.
Yeah, great discipline by the cornerback for Jackson on that side. They tried to run a double move route, the old hitch and go kind of route over there, and that cornerback Sherrod Irvin stayed home, and it was all covered up, so Antler had to just tuck it and go.
Got down to the 23-yard line at the right hash. It'll be 4th down here. They're going to go for it. On 4th and about 6 yards to go for GP. He stepped out of bounds to stop the clock at 4:50 to play in the third quarter. Antler will call the signals, going for it on 4th down. Double wideouts to the narrow side of the field. They're still looking over to the sideline.
Yeah, they're going to bunch the formation up here.
Yeah, no wide receivers in here. Shotgun snap, drops back. Has guys down there, and one guy's going to be open. It's going to be complete at the 10 and down to the 5. And we have a flag down, though. Williams made the catch. He was wide open right down the middle. But I think we're going to have a hold penalty here. It will be a holding penalty against Glacier Peak. They kind of hurt themselves with some penalties tonight.
They have. And that's stuff you're really going to have to clean up. I mean, you cannot play a Lake Stevens team and do this kind of stuff for probably any playoff opponent.
So that's their sixth penalty of the game. Let's go down to Amp.
Yeah, I don't have eyes on him if he's still on the training table, but I know Crispin Bonch was out getting his right foot or ankle taped up. Return is questionable in a 28-0 game.
I don't think there's any question. You keep him out.
Oh, you absolutely keep him out, but I think that ankle is what he's had that nagging ankle thing going all year.
So it's going to be 4th down now and about 16 yards to go. Still going for it. Rolling out the pass is Antler. Looks upfield. Will he run it? No, he's past the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter. They're going to turn it over on downs, but that was an illegal forward pass anyway.
Yeah, there was no flag for it, but he was definitely. Oh, there it goes. It's late, but it finally came out.
It almost looked like the Glacier Peak guy said, was he past the line of scrimmage?
I'm getting ready to say, well, they didn't call it, but it doesn't really matter. And then the flag comes out.
It looks like we've got an injury over there as well. Yeah, he was 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. The down box was right in his line of sight there. So the pass was, he threw the pass. It was incomplete. The injured player is down at the end of, right above the K of the Jackson emblazoned on the field there. He's about 3 or 4 yards off. They're kind of helping him to his feet.
Yes, Jason Pham.
Jason Pham, who will get up. And he'll run back.
Yeah, it's good to see that young man get up and jog back. He's been a big part of their defense thus far tonight.
Yeah. Both teams are ready to go. They're still getting the injured player off. The officials haven't placed the football yet.
Trainers are trying to make their way back across the field.
And I think they're still deciding who's got the ball. It was turned over on downs. Well, because on a illegal forward pass, it will be lost it down anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was what the official said. I'm actually close enough I can hear him. He said 5 yards from the spot and lost it down.
So loss it down moves it to 1st down for the other team, and Jackson will take over.
But the pass was incomplete, correct?
Right. So it's an illegal forward pass, incomplete, 5-yard penalty. And put it down at at least that's what that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
I'm with you.
At the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Jackson. Lycan will carry right side, tries to carry a couple of guys with him, and he's going to get buried back. Bradley Perman leads a charge for Glacier Peak. He's going to get about a 3-yard gain on the forward progress. Brings up now 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line. 28-0 lead for the Grizzlies. Coming up in 4 minutes to play in the third quarter at Everett Memorial Stadium. On what's becoming a little bit of a Coach has got his heater on.
No, I don't.
You turn it back off?
I turned it off, buddy.
Because we were making fun of you, or you got warm?
Buddy was complaining.
2nd down. It's a running joke, by the way. Coach gets cold very easily. So 2nd down and 7 at the 30. No, the ball's on the ground. Lycan had it, then he forgot it. He turned around, and I think Glacier Peak has it. They do have the football. It's going to be recovered there. Dane Chapman will recover the fumble by Lycan. It'll be great starting field position here. 1st and 10 for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies.
We were going to see the pass off that again, by the way, Tom. And both the receivers for Jackson were wide open, but I think Lycan was little too excited to get the handoff to throw it, and they don't quite get that mesh done there, and Glacier Peak falls on the ball.
So GP will take over at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. After the fumble by Lycan. And they'll come to the line of scrimmage ready to go. They broke out of the huddle with 12 guys, and one of them will go off. Double wideouts to the right, motion man back toward the formation. They'll run it to him. Wynn will turn the corner. He gets tripped up as he got to the line of scrimmage. Actually was tripped up in the backfield and then kind of rolled his way to the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to put him right back for no gain.
Yeah, Seamus Williams got his hands on him, and I think it's pretty lucky for Wynn to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to actually be marked for losing about half a yard.
Yeah, so it'll bring up 2nd and 11 for GP. Play coming in from the far sideline. As they'll move a wide receiver out to the left side. Now there's one of the players not sure where he's supposed to go. He's going to go all the way and split halfway to Funko Field. Now he puts another man in motion through the formation, and they'll run the football. Crocker across the 30, up the middle. Flag down at the end of the play. He got all the way down inside the 30 to about the 28. See what they give us for a indication here. He's standing. The referee standing behind a whole bunch of players. Okay, now he's going to come out in the open. What's he going to give us? A personal foul. Yep, target or leading with the helmet. So that'll be against the Jackson Timberwolves and an automatic first down off the personal foul. And so it was right at the end of that play. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was half the distance. It was one of the defensive backs for the T-Wolves. I didn't catch if it was targeting or shot to the head, but Coach was calling out the number and saying, keep your head up. So you guys can do the math on that one.
Yep. So that'll be an automatic first down for Glacier Peak as they go into the red zone inside right at the 14-yard line. They wind the clock. 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak at the 14. Ball at the right hash mark. Motion man back toward the formation, and we have another flag. Ball's laying at about the 22. It's going to be a dead ball foul. Are they just...
Yeah, Antler just kind of dropped the ball in frustration.
Oh, defensive encroachment against Jackson. He dropped the ball in frustration because they can't get a darn play off.
Yeah. It's like there's no flow. There's no rhythm.
Well, there hasn't been a flow to this game.
No. And when you're an offensive player and you're an offensive unit, you feed off that flow. You like rhythm and flow. And there's just been none of that tonight.
So inside the 9-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 5 for Glacier Peak. Give it to Crocker, pushes his own man out of the way, and then rumbles forward for a couple of yards down to about the 6-yard line. So Crocker on the carry, and then one of his own guys was in his way. He just kind of pushed him aside, said, excuse me, I'm going to take this spot and get another yard or so. Brings up now 2nd down and 2 yards to go. Inside 2 minutes of play here in the 3rd quarter at Everett Memorial Stadium. 2nd down and 2 at the 7-yard line for Glacier Peak. As Etler looks to the sideline, the play comes in. Now he changes some personnel, moves another wide receiver to the right side. Now they put him in motion back toward the formation, and they're going to fake it to him, and they're going to throw the pass right side. It's going to be a touchdown. Healy will catch the ball. They put a bunch of people in motion and misdirection, and then Healy says, I'll take it in for 6.
It's the 3rd time we've seen that play tonight for a touchdown. It's the same exact play. Cuellar scored on it twice, and now Healy scored on it.
So that will make it now 34-0. Glacier Peak with the lead. And the addition of the extra point coming up here for Kaczynski. As he lines it up, steps aside, and here comes the snap from center, and it's airborne It's up and it is good. So with 1 minute and 22 seconds to play here in the third quarter, our score 35-0. Glacier Peak leading Jackson. Back with more after this timeout. Oh, God.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting, unexpected, and unpredictable.
Stay alert, Marines.
In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical.
Enemy drone down.
Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Sending coordinates now.
When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
To the kick. It's going to go down and be fielded at the 4-yard line. Upfield. That's Kirk up the field at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, up the left sideline, the 45, and all the way out close to the 50-yard line. Kirk fielded the football, kind of slowed down at about the 20, but then the tacklers never got close to him. He says, well, to heck with you guys, see you later. And he goes all the way out into Glacier Peak territory down to the 49-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Timberwolves to see if they can take advantage of this.
Let's take a look at that scoring drive.
The Grizzlies go 32 yards, 4 plays, 3 on the ground, 1 through the air, taking just over 2 minutes off of the clock. 7-yard touchdown pass from Lucas Entler. Dylan Ely, his 4th receiver for a touchdown of the night. Kaczynski point after was good with 1 minute 22 to go in the third quarter. Glacier Peak 35, Jackson 0.
From the 49-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Jackson Timberwolves. Now moving from left to right here. They will give it to Lycan. Lycan will get about a yard or so, put him down to the 48. That scoring recap brought to you by Chevrolet of Everett. Chevrolet of Everett is a proud sponsor of High School Sports and Prep Sports Weekly. Chevrolet of Everett, a better experience. So a gain of 1 for Lycan. 2nd down and 9 coming up here for Jackson. 48 seconds left to go in this third quarter. So they'll run at least one more play from the 48-yard line. Trip set to the right side. 1 to the left side, the narrow side of the field. Abebe is the quarterback. Waiting for the snap. Here it comes, and then mistimed there. We're going to have a false start penalty here against Jackson. The flag, the man in motion, and the ball all arrived at the quarterback at the same time. And 3 of these things didn't belong together. So back them up. That is their 7th penalty of the ball game. So 2nd down, and why is it 2nd and 14? Am I right?
Well, they had a 1-yard run on first down.
Right. Okay. 2nd and 14 at the 47-yard line now. Waiting for the snap. Now he won't take the snap. He'll go and stand forward, yell a little bit. The quarterback will yell some instructions, and they'll run the football. Give it to Lycan. Hit back in the backfield. Down he will go for a big loss. Luke Fullerton leads the charge there. In fact, he didn't lead a charge. It was him. Just actually dropped him right when he got the football. So loss of 4. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter coming up. Glacier Peak leading at 35-0 over Jackson. Back with more right here on KRKO.
I heard a crack and there's water everywhere and...
Bend the knee to spot the leak. Didn't think I'd find you there, huh?
So, Can you fix it? Oh, thank goodness.
You're all set. Have a good day.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Everett Memorial Stadium, a 35-0 lead for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Jackson, they're still having a hard time getting the chain gang. I'm not sure what. The down marker guy moved down where the ball is, and the chain gang went down there, and then the referee, Craig Johnson, looked over and says, no. You guys go over there and stand there. Here we go. Third down, and 18 yards to go here. Back to pass of Bebe, looking upfield, throws it. It's going to be tipped up and incomplete. Tipped up by a Glacier Peak Grizzly. Zach Cohn was there. So an incomplete pass brings up 4th and very long for Jackson.
Yeah, kind of disappointing that with that field position that they started with there, that great kickoff return, that they couldn't get anything going.
After this punt, we'll give you some updated scores. Cuellar is deep to receive for Glacier Peak. Ball at the 43-yard line. It's 4th and long. And so they will punt the football. Low snap, played off the bounce. He's going to fake it and run it to the right side. That's Truant. He gets all the way out to the 50-yard line, but not nearly enough. He's going to come up about 10 yards short. So the fake punt, no good. Gain of 10. Put him down at the 50, but it's 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. Remember at halftime I asked you, how about those Marysville-Getchell Chargers? How about those Stanwood Spartans?
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. You know, we saw them early, but I don't know.
Ferndale leads them 34-0 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And we thought they looked pretty good against Marysville-Pilchuck.
Yeah, and I thought they were poised to have a pretty good year, so I'd be really curious to see if the injury bug has bit them or what's going on up there.
We have a backup quarterback now for Glacier Peak. Ashby will hand it off. That's Owens around the left side, 45-40 down to the inside the 40-yard line. Owens on the carry. He's got 11-yard gain. Put him down to the 39-yard line. 34-7 actually, Ferndale leading Stanwood. Kings leading Granite Falls in the fourth quarter, 31-21 as well. We'll have all the scores coming up on our post-game show. It's 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 left hash mark, 2 wideouts to the right side. Ashby, the quarterback. Now, shotgun snap, drop the snap, picks it up and runs it himself. He's going to get about a yard or so. Oh, okay, they're going to say right back to the line of scrimmage. Ashby, the ball came in kind of to his side, and then he dropped it, and then he picked it up where usually you're just going to want to just fall on the ball, right?
Yeah, he was just demonstrating for his center where that ball was. So, voicing his displeasure.
So 2nd down and 9 yards to go for Glacier Peak, leading at 35-0. Shotgun snap here for Ashby. Give it to Owens. He'll head up the left-hand side across the 35, still on his feet. Gets down to about the 33, 32-yard line.
Pretty nifty little stop and go there in the hole. I like that young back.
Gain of about 7 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 3 for GP.
We've got all the reserves now in for Glacier Peak. So their entire offensive line, their whole receiving core, all of these are guys that did not start the game.
Blake Jordan is in the backfield. Ashby is the quarterback. And waiting for the shotgun snap. He gets it and he'll hand off. That's Jordan who carries. Not going to be enough for the first down. Got down to the 31-yard line. Needs a 29 for the first down. So gain of 1. Gilbert comes up, makes a stop at the 31-yard line. They'll go for it here. So it'll be 4th and about 2. 4th and 2 for Glacier Peak. As they come up to the line of scrimmage here. Split two men or one to the right, two to the left, the narrow side of the field. High snap, give it to Jordan, kind of push in the back of his own guy. He's going to get enough for the first down. He's going to get all the way down inside the 30, down to the 27. So a gain of about 4 yards and enough to move the sticks and a first down for Glacier Peak. They put one more in here, we'll go into running clock, and this one will draw to a close. So at the 27-yard line now, Ashby calls the signals. Double wideouts to the left side, one to the right. Fake the handoff. They'll throw that screen to the left side. It's going to be complete. Flag down. Carter Misi, will carry or get the pass reception. Then a flag came down as soon as he caught the ball. Let's see what the indication is here from Craig Johnson, our referee. And he tells us that he's got a holding penalty, all that for the holding penalty against Glacier Peak. He just sauntered out there to give us the signal. So back him up, brings up now a 10-yard loss, so it'll be 1st and 20 at the 37-yard line. And we'll go down to amp here after this play. 1st and 20 at the 37. Shotgun snap here for Ashby. Give it to Jordan up the middle across the 35. Still on his feet down close to the 30-yard line. So we've got some of it back. Makes it manageable down for about an 8-yard gain. And we go down to Amp Harrell.
Well, first of all, what I thought was interesting was that wasn't a spot foul. That was from a previous spot. So that was why it was a full 10. 1st and 20. Doesn't matter as much now. Second thing is, familiar last name into the game. One of the wide receivers setting up to the right side of the field is Stefan Bonch. Back up to you guys.
So it'll bring up now 2nd down and 12 yards to go at the 29-yard line. Shotgun snap here. Give it to Jordan, right side. He's going to spin away from one would-be tackler, but then he kind of gets bent over, kind of weird. That's awkward looking. Dropped at the 25-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain. He gets up and runs out, so I guess he's fine. So gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 7. I would call it 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
So you've got the young offense in here. It'll be interesting to see what the play call here is and how aggressive you get here with your reserves in.
Ashby, the quarterback, tells his running back, no, you go to my right side here because I'm going to fake to hand it off to you. Then he's going to keep it, and he's going to be dropped. Pham comes up and makes the stop. The gain is going to be none. 4th down coming up, 4th and 8 for Glacier Peak. They'll go for it here on a 4th down play. 3rd down play didn't do much. See what the 4th down play does. I'm not sure that was the play. It was going to be the quarterback keeper. Ashby calls the signals while the right hash mark on 4th and 8. Faking on the handoff, rolling to the left, looking upfield. You know, he's wide open at the 25, at the 20, and down. He's going to be short. Now it's going to be picked up. No whistle. Picked up on the return after the fumble. Down to the 30. That's like it. We got a flag back here. So into the end zone for a touchdown. Flag, it would be an 82-yard return off the fumble. Never heard a whistle. I thought maybe he was down. Then the flag at the 47-yard line. The 43-yard line. But we're all coming back. Ashby had a guy wide open. He almost ran into the umpire as he rolled out. But I think this whole thing's going to come back. Coach, what did you see?
I'm watching the replay right now. I don't see anything in the replay that would indicate a penalty. But it did appear as though the ball did come out.
Well, the ball came out because he left with it and headed down for a would-be touchdown of 82 yards on the return. 4 officials are meeting now at the 20-yard line. And they're
It's good. Touchdown.
So it is a touchdown. They're going to say touchdown for Jackson on the fumble return. And who was that?
That was Lycan.
Okay, okay.
You know, the starting running back scoops it up.
Yeah,
that's
right.
He's pretty fast, as we were mentioning earlier. There was nobody out there who was going to catch him.
So what is this penalty?
I don't know. They're still talking about it.
And then the referee is also signaling to Mason Siddick. I'm not sure what he would have to complain about. You just got a touchdown. And they just picked up the flag. Okay, what do you got, Amp? Explain this to me.
It was an unsportsmanlike conduct and his first of the game. I believe it was a player that wasn't even on the field. They called it for taunting. And I heard Coach Siddick go over to another of the officials and say, well, what did he do? I think it was just a taunting is what they called on a player on the sidelines as he was celebrating that run back. That's a little wild, but I think that's the call against Jackson.
So they'll probably be enforced on the kick then, I assume.
Okay, on the kickoff. Yeah. Of course, in high school, the number of unsportsmanlikes doesn't matter. But it does matter when it's on your. If this is a close game, you don't need to be chirping from the sideline.
Well.
Or maybe you do.
If you're down 35-6, you probably best not be chirping either.
That's right. That's right. So here comes some substitutes. They are going to kick the extra point here. After the Lycan had the fumble recovery, went 82 yards. I thought it was coming back because the flag came in.
Well, that's the other thing. If it was taunting or something on the sideline, the flag was thrown in the middle of the field, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, we're all kind of at a loss here. Now the officials are now they're talking with Shane Keck on the far sideline, the referee and the side judge over there. So now they will walk back out to the center of the field. We mentioned earlier this game just has had no flow or rhythm to it. Yeah, let's go back down to Amp.
Going to enforce this on the kickoff. That's what they were talking to Coach Keck about, was figuring out, do we enforce it on the extra point or on the kickoff? We'll go on the kickoff and try for a point after.
Okay, so here comes the kick here. Truant will kick it. High, very high snap. The kick, though, is up, and it is good. Wow. Nice job by the holder there, Abebe, to get that back down and placed for the kick. We'll take a break with 6:38 to play here in the football game. Our score now, Glacier Peak 35 and Jackson 7. Back with more from Everett Memorial Stadium after this.
Oh, yeah. Just great. Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against Jackson. So that's going to mean the kickoff is going to come from the other 40-yard line, a 15-yard penalty. No, 25-yard line. Oh, that's right. It's against Jackson, so that backs him up to the 25.
And Glacier Peak is lining up as though they're anticipating that Jackson's going to try an onside kick here.
So here we go. It is weird to see this from the 25-yard line. There's 21 players within 20 yards of each other. Here's the kick. It is kind of it's going to be fielded here. It kind of floated, went about 16, 17 yards in the air. It was recovered and just caught in midair by Carter Meese for Glacier Peak. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies, and they'll start this drive at about the 47-yard line. We take a look at that scoring drive, I guess. Oh, excuse me.
Turon.
Let's do it again, buddy. I'm sorry. Turned on the wrong one.
Jackson gets on the board first. For the first time tonight with an 82-yard fumble recovery by Lycan. Turon's point after was good. 6:38 to go here in the football game. 35-7 Glacier Peak.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies from the 47-yard line. Ball at the left hash mark. Another new quarterback. Atticus Quist is in there. Shotgun snap. Give it to Jordan, across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. That scoring recap brought to you by the Law Office of Russell and Hill, proud sponsors of the Boy and Girl Athletes of the Month and Athletes of the Year program. Russell and Hill, call 800-LAW-0842. Gain of 3 down to the 44-yard line.
You don't see guys wearing 33 play quarterback too often.
No. He's 5'9", 165-pound. Atticus Quist.
He's listed as a running back linebacker.
And they will hand it off to Jordan. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain on that play. They'll just a little bit of noise made here by the Jackson Timberwolves saying, hey, let's play some good defense. So gain of about a half a yard brings up 3rd down and 7 yards to go at the 43-yard line. Ball at the left hash mark. We're 5.5 minutes to play in the game. And Glacier Peak signaling the plays in from the far sideline. Waiting for the snap here. Quist gets it. Handoff again. They'll run it. Jordan around the left-hand side across the 40 down. Close to first down yardage. Kind of second effort gets him down very close to about a 5-yard gain down to the 38-yard line. Needs a 37.25 for the first down. So they'll go for it on 4th down here. They're just on this side of the 38. They need to get down close to the 37. So 4th and a yard to go for the Grizzlies. 4:44 to play. Ball at the left hash mark. Atticus Quist, the quarterback. All second-teamers, third-teamers going here for the Grizzlies. Very high snap. He goes and finds it, gets it, being chased from behind. Stiff arms a man, and he gets absolutely walloped back by Kirk. Comes through and just absolutely took him down. He was held low and then hit high and dropped there. Ouch. So put it back at the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Jackson. They went for it on 4th down, turn it over on downs.
Well, obviously the high snap there throws all the timing off, and Jackson rallies to the football, gets a stop, and now they'll roll their offense out there.
1st and 10 coming up. Amp saw something.
Well, Anthony Ray Kirk finished that off, but I think the gold star on that one was he could have just tattooed the quarterback, and instead he dodged and avoided leading with a head.
So 1st and 10. They'll give it to Lycan. He'll try to escape the tackler, but he's going to be tripped up and brought down for a loss there. Luke Fullerton was there. Drop him for a loss back to the 43-yard line. So loss of nearly 4 yards brings up 2nd and 14 coming up with 4 minutes to play in the game. And we're thinking Lucas Entler for our player of the game, Coach. Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking. The young man's got 4 touchdown passes tonight, I believe, to
4 different guys, right?
4 different guys, spread the ball around. Didn't throw it a lot tonight, but what he did, he was highly efficient.
Abebe will keep it. He'll head upfield on a 2nd down play across the 45 out close to the 50-yard line before he stood up. So gain of about 7 out close and back right on the 50-yard line. So Lucas Entler will be our Marysville Toyota player of the game. From the 50-yard line now, it'll be 3rd down and 7 yards to go for Jackson at the 50. Off the left hash mark. Abebe will get it. He'll stand up. He'll throw it. It's going to be incomplete. Aiden Turpin was the intended receiver. Too hard for him as he could not make that catch. Brings up 4th and 7 now for the Timberwolves. Boy, he actually threw it about a 90-mile-an-hour fastball there. Wow. So 4th down, 7 yards to go at the 50. And big change of personnel. Are they going to punt? don't know why you would punt here. So, big change of personnel. Brings them out. No, they're not going to punt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
But they ran
Okay.
But they ran a fake last time.
Right, and that's not Truant, who is usually.
That's a big dude back there.
So waiting for the snap, he gets it. He will kick it. End over end, kind of wobbly. It's going to bounce at the 30, at the 25, and down inside the 20-yard line. So that's where Glacier Peak will. I'm not sure why you punt there. Luca Beaulieu will down the football there. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. And this, maybe, is it just me or has this game just been like slogging through the mud?
The second half for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So out to the line of scrimmage they come. It's the 19-yard line. It's just twisting. Ashby is back now at quarterback. We have new running back who's going to carry it around the left side and get a first down and more at the 25. Owens across the 30 and out to the close to the 35-yard line. That is London Owens, 5'8", 140-pound sophomore. 16-yard gain and all the way out to the 35-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. They lead at 35-7. We're at 2:42 to play in the game. And Lucas Entler will be our player of the game. High snap, handoff. Kai Brooks will carry. Another ball carrier. He gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain on that play. So Kai Brooks, I think Coach Keck's trying to get everybody on the roster into the lineup and onto Buddy Patrick's stat sheet. So
Well, it's probably a good thing because you're not probably going to go very deep into your bench next week against Lake Stevens. So get these young kids in, let them get a chance to play.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run the football. Kai Brooks again out close to the 40. Gain of about 5 there for Brooks. And the clock continues to run down to 1:50 to play. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Glacier Peak. As they look to the sideline for the play. When the ball is snapped, will be inside a 1:20 to play in the game. 35-7 the score. 3rd down, 5 yards to go at the 40-yard line. Shotgun snap, handoff, heading upfield across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And that was
Brooks again.
Brooks, okay. Brooks carried for about a 1-yard gain. Brings up 4th down, 4th and 4 with 1 minute to play. So 4th and 4. And Glacier Peak just standing, looking to the play to the far side. Letting the clock wind down on this 4th down play coming up, down to 38 seconds to go. It'll be 4th and 4 here. So we're getting down on the play clock time. And it'll be a keeper. And then keep it on 4th down, and that'll turn it over on downs, and it'll be Jackson football with 21 seconds to play in the game. And they will turn it over on downs. It'll be Jackson football. And Lucas Entler, our player of the game. We'll hear from him just as soon as the game is over. We'll be going to our radio postgame show. 1st down, 10 yards to go for Jackson. And they'll go here at the 43-yard line. Shotgun snap, back to pass. Looking, now chase out of the pocket. He'll throw it upfield into traffic, nearly intercepted. In fact, did he get the interception?
Yep,
he did. He did get the interception. Did we get a number?
I'm looking.
We're looking for the number. He's been in traffic, being congratulated by every member of the team. Who do you got?
I've got Luke Bandy.
Luke Bandy.
6'1", sophomore.
Luke Bandy gets the interception. Down to 11 seconds to go. And Glacier Peak will come out and take a knee, I'm guessing, and that will be that. And this game will draw to a close here at Everett Memorial Stadium tonight. As the GP comes out now, they will go into victory formation and come up to the line of scrimmage. Still out of the shotgun. Well, they haven't decided what they're going to play. Here we go. Waiting for the snap. Here it comes. He will take a knee, and that will be that. But the game will draw to a close, and it'll be a 35-7 win for Glacier Peak, and that sets up their showdown next week with the Lake Stevens Vikings for first place in the Wesco 4A. Amp Harrell is down on the field. He'll be, as soon as they are done shaking hands with each other, we'll try to get with our player of the game, Lucas Entler, with his 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers tonight. As the two teams will shake hands at the center of the field, the coaching staffs will as well meet and greet each other. These two schools, neighbors, up there on the Seattle Hill. And so they're greeting each other out there as they go through the handshake line. And see if we'll get Lucas Entler here momentarily, our Marysville Toyota player of the game, as they're okay. We'll be going to AMP here. They're going to go over and greet their student section, although the student section is pretty much, or they're down on the track now, down behind the fence in the moat, if you will, around the Everett Memorial stands on the far side. And Amp's going to find his way down. And okay. And so we're going to. Amp, you said you're caught in the wash there?
I got caught in the wash. I went on the wrong side of the handshake line, but they're gonna find me some people to talk to.
Okay. So we'll be going back down to Amp here momentarily. Here at Everett Memorial Stadium. Again, the final score 35-7. So Glacier Peak will improve now to 3-0 in league play. They'll be 6-2 overall. Jackson drops to 1-3 in league play and 2-6 overall. We're going to try to get our players of the game here in just a moment as they're making their way. Now the Glacier Peak will come over. Okay, let's go down to Amp.
All right, we're joined by our Marysville Toyota player of the game, Lucas Entler. Congrats on a big win, my friend.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So tell me what went into this game. It probably didn't go exactly as you expected, I'm guessing.
No, I really, it was just penalties. I think we could have had about 49, 55 points if it wasn't for penalties, and the one where I overthrew Chris. We had mistakes, but I'm glad it came out as a win.
So you mentioned the penalties. There just wasn't really a flow in this one, especially in the second half. What was it like at field level?
It was a little timid because we know we should have scored. We know we should have had way many points than these guys. And once we put in our twos, that fumble that kind of hurt us, but it's all good. It was his first time. It was his first varsity action. I'm glad he got in, but yeah, we just got to limit the mistakes, and we got Lake next week.
Now, you mentioned Lake, big game next week. This one was pretty big, too. What did Coach you guys up on before and during this one? Because he called this one a playoff game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we would have gotten one more win, we would have. I think this locks our spot in the playoffs. Maybe it might have been last week's win or something like that. But yeah, we got 5 in a row. I'm feeling good.
So what'd you see out there that went into your good game and your part of this big win?
Sorry, repeat that.
What went into your success in getting this big win?
Arm was feeling good. I feel like our coaches did really good on giving us our scout defense and really showing what their defense is about. And I kind of just knew everything that was going on, and I was feeling good today.
All right. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out Dylan Healy. I'm glad he got his touchdown. few weeks back, I overthrew him on a wide open touchdown, and that one really hurt me because I really wanted to score. So I'm glad he got his touchdown today.
I'm glad you guys got your win and take an aim at Lake next week.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you.
All right, our player of the game, Marysville Toyota player of the game, Lucas Entler, and I'll send it back upstairs to you guys.
Thanks very much, Amp. Brought to you by Marysville Toyota. One person, one price, 1 hour. Experience the power of one at Marysville Toyota on Smoky Point Boulevard. All players of the game receive a sweatshirt provided by Screen Printing Northwest. On radio, stay with us. Coming up, the postgame show, the final score. Glacier Peak Grizzlies 35 and the Jackson Timberwolves 7.